Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, it is a gloomy day, but it's not actually raining. So I'm going to take the Solstice out, Solstice GXP. It looks really good right now in this doom and gloom weather. And I'm going to drive it with the top up here, and I want to have you guys experience it with me to see how it actually does. I did a paint correction the best that I could on this vehicle, and I also did a ceramic coating on the vehicle, and I just want to see how it actually drives with the top up and how quiet it is in here. So let's get started. Let's start her up. It seems like I've got the turbo issue fixed as well, which is a huge plus. I just love the size of this vehicle. I love the retroness of it, and it really is just a great place to spend some time. So let's change the point of view here, for better or for worse, so you can see my beautiful face. And we're gonna take this out for a little rip. Alright, so of course here, just going to get my seat set up a little bit better, just to where I'm able to see everything. These mirrors are just so small that it's really tough to see everything in here, anything actually. So of course it's always important here to check out our coolant temp right away, and you don't want to stall the vehicle. I just absolutely love how low you are to, the parking brake was on. I absolutely love how low you are to the ground. I like the little bit of adjustability you get with the driver's seat too. That does make it fairly nice with the up and down motion. I'm still trying to figure out if I like a lower seat in a roadster like this. I guess I'm not totally sure. This is my first roadster. I guess I don't mind the lower seat, but at the same time, I kind of like to sit up higher. But again, that's not what this car is about. This car is about enjoying the driving experience, and I have to say I'm going slow right now because they just re-graveled this road, or re-asphalted it, I guess. And just want to make sure I don't have any bad rocks that spring up on here. You know, one really positive, I have to say, and granted this is a very small cabin, but this Alpine sound system in here, I'm thinking about Mopar. The Monsoon sound system in here is wonderful. This is an absolutely wonderful sound system. And I have to say, with the top up, it sounds great. I'll try to find a radio station here, but I just don't want to get copyrighted. This car is so easy to rev match too. God, it's just so small. So easy to rev match. Oh my goodness, it's so dirty. I've been used to driving my Ram truck, and that's so, it's not loose, but it's just, you know, it's double the weight of this vehicle, if not more. So it's a little different. This is just such a flat and direct driving experience. And really, with the top, with the top up, it's a pretty nice experience. Yes, there is a little bit of wind noise that comes through the window here, but overall it's actually pretty quiet. I would almost figure that the top would have more noise, but it's more so the wind noise over on the windows than anything that is loud, but definitely not bad in this with the top up. I had a little bit of claustrophobia going on because, again, you know, you have no room behind you, and you have no room anywhere, really. But after you get used to it, it is a wonderful place to spend time. And honestly, guys, I haven't, besides my Jeep SRT the last few days, I haven't driven anything super fast, besides the Volt, which is slow, and my Jeep SRT, which is extremely fast. But honestly, I haven't driven my Corvette in weeks, and right before I bought this vehicle, I drove my Corvette. Let's put it this way, my Corvette is super fast. When you go from Corvette to this feels slow, but when you've been driving everything else and you get into this feels like a weapon, a very precise weapon, and it is very fast too. It can hang with the best of them. It's just such an engaging and fun car to drive. This does have like a Dynaflow exhaust on it, so it is a little bit louder than stock, but it's really not that bad. It's easy, fairly easy to heel, toe, downshift in here. That wasn't a very good one. And then again, this just holds like no other. This would be wonderful if it had no lift shift, which was an option from the factory. A no lift shift with the GM Performance Pack that you could get with this vehicle. This, of course, was not outfitted with that. And here we go. Woo! Oh, the turbo goes! This is a vehicle that you almost need to be in the 3 to 5,000 RPM rev range to really get the most out of, not only the boost, but not only the torque, but the horsepower as well. In 5th gear, because this is a 5-speed and not a 6-speed, in 5th gear, this actually pulls very, very well. And you can hear that turbo blow off. Oh, it sounds excellent. You don't really get this experience with a lot of vehicles. You know, the SRT6, the Crossfire SRT6 is supercharged. The Miata is naturally aspirated. This does have a turbo option. And you look at the S2000, that is, of course, turbocharged, but quite unaffordable, if I have to say so myself. It's really not in the league of its competitors. It's in a league of its own because it's in that $30,000 price range where none of these other cars are. Toyota MR2, again, I believe naturally aspirated. So you don't get this turbocharged experience too often from these little tiny roadsters. Even most Porsches are naturally aspirated. So you don't get that experience from a lot of manufacturers. GM is one of the unique ones to this, and I have to say it is a blast. If I move my head over here, it seems to be the same on both sides here with the wind noise, especially on the back part of the car. But what a blast of a vehicle to drive here. I love the gearing in this. It's super short, so while this isn't probably the best 80-mile-an-hour cruiser because you're going to be cruising at 2,750 RPMs, this is a great corner carver. It is a great back road cruiser at that, 60 miles an hour. So it is a blast. Turn-in is really solid on it. I love the LNF engine. It's great. It is truly great. This is a car that you don't have to have momentum to drive. You can just drop the hammer and it goes. You can drop it into 3rd gear and it goes. You can drop it into 2nd gear and it goes. So it is pretty fun and engaging to drive. I'm not totally sure what competition modes does in here. I don't think it helps with throttle competitive mode really lets the bridles off of the horse, essentially. Really lets the reins free, and you can move around a corner without power being cut, and you can accelerate. Excuse me, again, you can accelerate pretty freely without traction cutting in and stealing your fun. I have to say, I could not daily this car, A, because of the size, but B, because of the, interior. But I do have to say, taking this out once or twice a week is a complete blast. The sound system is nice. I love the analogness of everything in here. Of course, the infotainment would be nice to have some sort of like Apple CarPlay or just some sort of updated one, but I'm going to leave this original. I don't need to upgrade this because, again, it's not my main vehicle. If this was, I would definitely upgrade the touchscreen interface, but I love all the analog touches and gauges in here and buttons on the steering wheel. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice place to spend time, and for a smaller dude like me, you have some sort of bolstering on the seats here for thighs, not a ton, but you do get side bolstering. Really nice in here, I do have to say. The seating position is really nice. I still have to mess around with the seating position a little bit more here, up and down with the seat, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Even with the top up, this is a good looking car, and it is way fun to drive. I love how easy it is to heel toe in here. The pedal placement is really good. GM really did a good job pairing with Aisin here, Aisin with their transmission, and it's tuned nice. It's fun to be in. It's a great little car. For $11,000, this car is well worth the money. Performance-wise, wow. And just think of all the, ooh, my bad. Just think of all the, I forgot I wasn't in neutral. My bad. But just think of all the performance upgrades you can do with this tuning-wise, because you've got that LNF turbocharged engine. One thing I do have to say, I forget that I'm in gear a lot because this is a short throw shifter, and compared to the Corvette and the Challenger that I have, the notchiness is just not there. So that part of engagement, yes, it is super smooth, but that engagement that you get from like a Challenger Corvette with a Tremec just isn't quite there with this, because it is a smoother transmission, and those short throws really, honestly, sometimes make you forget you are in gear. Which sounds silly as a guy who owns 3 manuals, but it is the case. We've been sitting at this stop sign forever. Holy smokes. Just want to get this on the road. We've got the Barron County Highway Department hard at work, or hardly working, one of the two. With how bad our roads are here, I think it is the latter. Gee whiz, this is awful. I'm sorry for the long wait. This guy's just got to put the pedal to the metal in this truck and go. He clearly doesn't have a Solstice GXP. Finally. Oh, and you can hear him give her the cobs too. So Barron County, hard at work, blowing our taxpayer dollars on diesel. Nice. I'm blowing my own dollars on premium gas. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh man, so fun to drive. But hey, if you're taking a longer road trip and you need the top up because it's raining or it's cold, whatever, you could do it in this, no problem. I wouldn't be afraid to put the top up in this and, you know, carry along. I have the Solstice luggage bags that go with the car, so I wouldn't be afraid to take those along, throw them in the back. Then you can throw the top down whenever you want, but this is really a nice place to spend some time. It is fairly quiet. Of course, you're missing out on some of the space in the actual cabin itself, but you do get this nice little area and a glove box, so you could definitely road trip this. You know, you wouldn't want to go super long across the country, but if you want to go 3-4 hours away and then 3-4 hours back on a little road trip for the day, you could totally do that. So I'm impressed, guys. The more and more I drive this, the more impressed I get with the car, especially around corners and such. It is a great place to spend some time and have a little fun, especially for, you know, $7,000 to $15,000. You cannot beat it. So, all right. With that being said, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one with more GM content or Mopar content.